Hello everyone, we are live, Irvine, California. Next match we have on the Karachi field, Tahir Yasin's Baltimore Rockets versus Niki Restaurant's Warriors. Warriors have won the toss, elected to bat. The teams are just about ready. You've seen the teams are warming up. Pakhtun Warriors on one side. And all the way from Baltimore, you've got the Rockets. It's an 8-over match. Each team needs to utilize at least 6 different bowlers. So Tahir Yasin's Baltimore Rockets versus Niki Restaurant's Warriors. Warriors have won the toss and decided to bat first. You've got Niki Warriors also getting ready. They're going to feel very comfortable and very confident that whatever target is set, they're going to be able to achieve. But before we think about any of that, the first things first, they're going to have to bowl 8 overs, and their bowlers are going to have to do the best that they can.
Run.
You've got 4 guys on the boundary. Shami is going to bowl the first over. Farman and Ansar taking the strike for Warriors. Pehla over jaan lagaya. Aiming for the hip. Looks like a leg bye is given, and batsmen scramble over to take a single, opening the team's scoring. You've got Shami, who's running in hard. You've got second ball incoming. Shami is going to do his best to try to keep the score as low as possible. Well done. What a ball. The batsman got completely flummoxed. No idea where the ball was going to go. It looked like it was going to come in, but last second it ended up going out. The batsman doing just enough to get a bat on it to not lose his wicket. Shami will be very happy with that. But the first 2 are gone. There's 4 more to go, and anything can happen. Farman is back on strike. A wide ball, again aiming for the hip. He's seen some relative success at that line and length. But the issue with that line and length is the moment you give a little bit too much to the leg, you're gonna be called for a wide, and that's just the format of the game. If you're aiming for the hip, you've got to hit the hip. You cannot lose that line. You cannot lose that length, because anything on the leg side we've seen so far just goes right out of the park if it comes to the bat. Again, a full toss right into the legs. There's just something about Shami's bowling that is just so deceiving to these batsmen, because these batsmen are not able to make any clean contact so far. They've not been able to get anything right off the bat with full confidence. It's either come off leg byes or edges. The first over, Shami has done very, very well to just keep these batsmen guessing. They scrambled over for 4 runs, so the scorecard might be deceiving that it's coming right to the bat, but in reality, those who are watching can see that Shami's doing a beautiful job here. And a wide ball. And again, the batsmen scramble over because the keeper is unable to collect it. It's a wide and by. The last ball was another wide. Shami, considering all the leg bites and wides, he has done a beautiful job here. Pehliyan 3-4 ballan te 4 run. Very well done. The batsman finally made clean, confident contact, but only able to get a single out of it. It'll do the world of confidence for the batsman, but the score is lower than desired. But sometimes you never know. There's still 1 or 2 more balls to go. All it takes is 1 or 2. So outside of that misfield that gave the batting team, that gave Warriors 5 wides, everything has been under control through Shami. He's kept it very tight. He's kept it on the body. He's kept it right under the armpit. And again, beautifully bowled again. Shami is on fire. He has done everything that his team would have asked him to and wanted him to do. He needs to just keep that stamina up. He just needs to be able to bowl in one more time, run in one more time, and just bowl one more good ball to put his team in a position. The batsmen, as long as they don't lose a wicket here, they'll be happy with it, because even though they didn't make clean contact, they have done everything in their power to keep the run rate going, keep the strike rate going. But so far, only one shot has come straight out of the middle of the bat this entire over. And another one. Again an edge. Again beautifully bowled by Shami. Shami has done such an amazing job. Every single ball he has had the batsman gassing. He has not given up an inch. And he's come in, run in hard, and played smart. He has toyed with the batsman just by changing up his line in length. Beautiful execution every single time for every single ball. Every time the batsman thought it was going to come in, it went out. Every time they thought it was going to go out, it came in. Up next, we have Usman bowling the second over. Yes, the Warriors will be happy with the score, but they're on a very fine line here. They're just on the boundary here. All it's going to take is one piece of great fielding, one great catch. Again, a bye. Batsmen go and run for 2. Successful. Usman again running right into it. Running right into the wicket and right into the legs. Again, the batsmen have no idea how to play these incoming balls. Unbelievable. Usman has done such an amazing job here. The first two balls, the batsmen have had no idea how to play it. They were able to run and scamper and get two on the first one because of a field miscommunication. But Usman has done everything. He has done his job here. But he's got four more balls to deliver. On the leg side, swing and a miss. Again, another leg by. So far, the batsman may have scored one, maybe two off the bat. Everything else has come in extras and leg buys and buys. But I think the bowling team will be happy with that. I don't think they're going to complain too much with the ones and twos. It's the boundaries that they need to worry about. It's the boundaries they need to stop. And as long as they're able to drive the boundaries, they should be in a good position here. Ansar has faced 2 balls, 2 runs. Farman, on the other hand, has eaten up 7 balls for just a single run. But a lot of that has to do with the fact that there was a bunch of buys. So even though they're not going in his scorecard, they are going to the team scorecard. A misfield by the keeper allows the batsman to scamper across again. It's these defining moments. These are the defining moments. These little let-offs. If that keeper had held on to the ball, you've got a dot ball on your hands, but you keep allowing the dot balls. You got to keep making sure there's dot balls. You have a batsman, you have a bowler that's coming in, running, putting his whole heart out. But at the same time, if the fielders don't live up to the expectation, the bowler is just not going to feel like the team is with him. Well fielded here. Just a single bounce, and they started rolling towards the boundary, but the fieldman has done very well here. The fielder has done very well, covering some ground and getting the ball back into the middle of the pitch as quickly as possible. Usman with his run up again. 5 balls ho gayiyan, 2 run bane aje. Wide ball da ishara jehड़ा ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ. फरमान ते अंसार दोने डटे हुए आ. फरमान कोशिश कर रहे कि ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ 8 ਬਾਲਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਆ ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਉਹਦੀ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕਰਕੇ ਐਡਵਾਂਟੇਜ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧੇ. ਅੰਸਾਰ 3 ਬਾਲਾਂ ਤੇ 2 ਰਨ ਆ. ਫਰਮਾਨ 8 ਬਾਲਾਂ ਤੇ 3 ਰਨ ਆ. ਉਸਮਾਨ so far ਜਿੰਨਾ ਕਿਹਾ ਜਾਵੇ ਘੱਟ ਆ. The scoreboard unfortunately does not do justice to the bowler that the bowling these two bowlers have done so far. Wide ball ਦਾ ਇਸ਼ਾਰਾ ਫਿਰ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਗਿਆ. Wide ball ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆ Usman ne fir diti a, very close to the line, teetering on either side of the line. But ultimately what the umpire says is what goes. Umpire's decisions are final. Usman has done a bang-on job. Shami before him had done an amazing job. Really tight over. Outside of the misfields from the fielding side, this has been an unbelievable first 2 overs. What a shot. What a shot. And this is where the game changes. You keep letting a batsman off. You keep letting a batsman off. You keep letting a batting side off. Eventually, they're going to capitalize. So, Farman, a ball ago, was 8 ballan te 3 run. Here he is batting at a strike rate of 100 again. All it takes is 1 ball. So, the fielding sides, they need to realize, they need to understand that every single let-off, it's one thing when the batsman is hitting good shots, but it's the little let-offs. It's the little keeping mishaps. You cannot have a keeper letting balls go coming straight to the hand. Those are the defining moments. Those are the games that will decide. Those are the balls that decide. Tahir Yasin, Baltimore Rockets, over to number 3. Pehle 2 overs to 26 run. Safwan balls a good ball right into the block hole. Batsman does well to just keep it out. But in the meantime, at the same time, they've been able to rotate the strike. So regardless of how good the bowling has been, it has been fantastic, but regardless of that, the scoreboard just keeps on ticking. And simply because, well done again, good bowling again. Leg by again. Warriors just keep finding ways. The batsmen have keep finding ways to just keep this batting going, to keep the run board ticking. And that's all at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where they come from. It doesn't matter how they came. As long as their score on the board, that's what's going to matter. So regardless of how good the bowling has been, it's been 14 plus and over. And back for the ball, sona shot maria. Ansar ne back foot the shot maria right into the ground. shot out for a single and rotates the strike. Farman is back on strike. He's been there since the beginning, and so is Ansar. So he wants to see his team through. Farman took up some balls to get started, but once he got started, he has so far not backed down. Last ball to Chaka Marke, he got off strike. Let's see what he does with this next one, because these are the defining moments. And he does another one right out of the ground. Definitely making all the fielders work on their neck exercises. Everybody's looking up into the sky, looking up into the air, stretching out their necks to see how far it's gone. There was never really a chance of catching that one that was so far behind. Safwan 4 balls te 8 run. He's got 2 more balls to go. He just needs to be very efficient, very smart, not give an inch. The margin of error is very low, right up into the air. Let's see what happens with this one. And he comes back well. Safwan comes really well. Ball Sony bowling karake. He took off a little bit of pace and gave bait. Bait. He gave the batsman bait. He allowed the batsman to feel like it was there to hit, but because of the lack of pace, the batsman was through with a shot, got a top edge, and Safwan does well. Safwan does well to catch it. Caught and bowled. Farman 15 balls te 12 balls te 15 run. Agla batsman aa raha hai Faisal. I think both teams will be satisfied with this current situation and this current position, but what happens from here is what will define where this match goes and the direction of this match, because you've got Warriors who are batting, who won the toss, decided to bat because they were confident in being able to put a score on the board. So what they need to do here is keep the scoreboard ticking, regardless of where the runs come from. Well done, right into the legs. Unbelievable. It is so unfortunate sometimes the way this game works, because you have had 3 bowlers from the Baltimore side who have been absolutely beautiful. They've done everything in their power to put their team in a good position, but one way or another, the batsmen have just found a way to keep rotating the strike. They just keep finding ways to get across to the other side. You had a couple of beautiful boundaries. You've had a couple of beautiful shots into the sky, but then at the same time, you've had some misfields. You've had a little bit of leg buys and buys that have kept the scoreboard ticking. So right now, the Warriors will be very happy with 12 run and over, 36 run, 1 wicket digiya. You've got a new bowler running in, marking his crease. Tahir Yasin's Baltimore Rockets. Irfanullah bowling his first over. He will understand. He will, and I'm sure he has to understand the position that his team is in. In an 8-over game, every single ball requires a plan of its own. Well done. Completely turned the batsman into a pretzel, completely folded him up. The batsman had no idea. His front leg was up in the air. He had no idea which way the ball was going and what to do. He did just enough, or accidentally enough of his body was in the line of the ball that he was able to get away. But he had no idea. Completely flummoxed, completely folded. Irfanullah doing well to bowl here. And another edge. And it's these edges. See, this you can take. This is acceptable because the batsman slashes hard, takes the chance, and there was no fielder there. There was never really a chance for a fielder to get to it. And as a bowler, you take it in the stride. You take confidence in the fact that the batsman is hitting it as hard as they can, but it's just not going. So this should give Irfanullah and the bowling side some confidence. And again, Irfanullah again. One is on the outside, on the 5th stump. The other one is right on the leg. दिलां दी धड़कनां धड़ कर रही हैं जिहड़ा समा अपनी रफ्तार नाल चली जा रहा, but at the same time you have to keep patience. Every single ball requires a separate game plan. Irfanullah has done unbelievably well here in the first 2 balls. And a dot ball. ये बाल्टीमोर वाले पता नहीं कित्थों लेके आया बॉलर, पर टॉप क्लास बॉलर सारे बाल्टीमोर च बैठे आ. Again, outswinger, and these are the margins of error that we talk about. You allow a batsman to get off the strike when there was absolutely no need for it. When there was no need for it, the batsman is off the strike, the pressure is off. So all the hard work the bowler has done, keep a bowler, rewarding a bowler for his dot balls. The fielding side needs to, there you go. What a ball. What a ball. इरफानुल्लाह कहता कि ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਫੀਲਡਿੰਗ ਦੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਵਿਕਟਾਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਲੈ ਲੈਣੀਆਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਾਉਂਡਰੀ ਤੇ ਖੜ ਜਾਓ ਤੇ ਬੋਲਾਂ ਬਾਹਰੋਂ ਬਸ ਅੰਦਰ ਸੁੱਟੀ ਜਾਓ ਹੁਣ ਇਰਫਾनुल्लाह ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਸਾਰੀ ਗੇਮ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਚਲਾ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ ਜੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਟਾਈਮ ਮਿਲਿਆ ਮੈਂ ਬੋਲਾਂ ਵੀ ਮੈਂ ਆਪ ਹੀ ਟੇਪ ਕਰ ਲੈਣੀ ਆ Unbelievable. Irfanullah, not enough can be said about how well he's bowled here. Actually, all three, Irfanullah especially has come. He's done some wonderful bowling here. One on the legs, one on the off, one on the fifth stump, right over. The batsmen have no idea. And every single time, one way or another, no matter how wide the batsman went, he has found a way to stop them. He has found a way to keep the batsman quiet. So all that needs to happen here is the fielding side needs to find a way. The fielding side needs to figure out a way right here, right now, on how to stop those easy singles, those leg buys, those misfields. If Baltimore is able to somehow stop those, they can get a much stronger grip. Shamiji bowling. And again, Shamiji comes back for a second over with a beautiful, beautiful first ball. Pehle over to 10 run khade si, but a lot of those were leg buys and misfields, and there was a 5-run wide in that. So they can take a lot of confidence in this current performance. You've got Faisal, 5 ballan te 1 run hai. Again off the edge, to the back. Fielding side does well to keep that off the boundary line. And again, no clean contact from the bat. Again, outside edge, slashes it hard, hits it as hard as he can, but can only manage to get an edge. So Shami has found some way to deceive the batsman, keeps them guessing on the pace. Unbelievable. What a ball from Shami. What a ball from Shami. Unbelievable. He has done everything in his power to keep his team in the hunting. He has done everything he can possibly do. You've got 2 wickets, and these are the results you get when you have consistent line and length, consistent deception of the batsman. All 3 bowlers so far have found a way to deceive the batsman. Every single move the batsmen have made has been forced due to the good bowling of the bowlers. You've got another wicket right at the base of the stump. Full toss right into the base of the stump. Batsman had no idea, double-minded whether to stop it, block it, or hit it as hard as he could, but was unable to produce anything out of that one. Oh my God, another one, Shami. I am so glad I'm sitting behind this computer and behind this table here, because I do not want to be out in the middle when you have a pace bowler like Shami coming in. And it's not just the pace. It is the line and length. You can have all the pace in the world. All it takes is an edge for it to go out. But when you have control over where you're landing the ball, where and when you're pitching it, that changes the entire game. So Shami has found a way here to completely expose the batting side. Again, completely flummox the batsman again. Even though the scoreboard keeps ticking, the thing to realize is the batsman had no idea the pace of the ball, because the batsman had still not completed his swing when the ball met the bat. The bat was so far behind into the wicket, and that's why it edges and goes behind. This was a shot that was supposed to be played onto the offside, into the ground, but instead it edges and goes behind the wicket again, because Shami has just been exceptionally well. He's done exceptionally well here to keep the batsman guessing. Oh my God, once again. Rotiyan wangu kathe kaate. रोटियां वांगू कट्ठे करते सारे बैट्समैन शमी जी 2 ओवरां च 1 विकेट 12 रन in this format of a game you cannot ask anything more of a bowler जिथे पिछले मैच 15 रन पे सी 1 ओवर च इत्थे शमी has done exceptionally well. Irfanullah is back into the attack and rightfully so. He has done everything correct in the last over. 1 wicket 4 run. Iqbal and Fazal are still looking for ways on how to get the ball out of the middle of the bat. He gets it out. He gets it out. Again, not the most desirable shot and the most desirable results. He found the middle of the bat, but again, completely off balance. Typically, you would see an off drive on this, but because the batsmen are unable to figure out the pace of the ball, at this point, they're just sticking their bat in wherever they can. And again, scamper through. They run through for another bye. And these buys, if they can just find one way, all they need to do at this point is if the bowling side can figure out a way to stop these buys, they will completely dry up. They're doing very well here. Panjo Ovrancha, they have 47. They have nothing to worry about yet. Keeper does very, very well here. Keeper does very well here. Collects the ball. Those are very, very difficult when you've got an uneven pitch, you've got an uneven bounce. The ball is running into the ground. It can spin in and out. Keeper does very well here. So respect given when it's due. Absolutely does well. But again, the batsmen find a way to get off strike. And so far, that has been their main source of runs. Just the leg buys and the buys and the leg buys and some wides. That has been their main source of runs. And I think the bowling side will be okay with that. Another dot ball. Another dot ball. Irfanullah, I don't know what you ate today, but you should eat that every day. Unbelievable. The batsman, he is at least any tej ball aa rahi hai, fast ball after fast ball. And the moment the batsman has an idea of how fast the ball is coming, he changes up his pace. The batsman is not even through with his shot when the ball is already in the hands of the wicketkeeper. They run through. The batsmen again find a way to run through, keep the ball ticking. And at this point, the batsman has declared they're going to switch out batsmen to give their team a chance to maybe keep the running flowing. Irfanullah, 2 over 8 run, 1 wicket. All they got is 4 singles. 4 singles, 2 dot balls, unbelievable bowling. Unbelievable bowling. So far, Baltimore Warriors have shown that bowling is just as important as smacking it around the park. What a well done. Pehli ball te Imran. Imran ne full toss ball mari, and this is the pressure of the situation. You have a ball that could be easily hit if the situation was different, but this is what pressure does. This is what bowling in a partnership does. They had a specialist batsman come in for this exact situation so he can come in, smack some balls around the park. The first ball, first chance he gets, his eyes must have opened wide open to see a full toss coming his way, but then execution, and again, the bowling has just been so top class. A wicket right, a catch onto long off. The batsman does well to keep the score ticking. He finally gets it right out of the middle of the bat. Seems like he was able to get the ball to where he intended it to come across and get a single. Imran C has not let his first 3 bowlers down. He's come back. And जितों पहले 3 खिडारियां ने पहले 3 बॉलर ने छड्डिया सी मैच उत्थों चक गया. लो जी लो लेग स्टंप जिहड़ी है लेग स्टंप हिली आ. इमरान सी कहंदा कि देखो जी बाहर जिहड़े नज़ारे आ असीं वो नज़ारे लेने आ, सो छेती छेती मैच मुकाओ ताकि असीं भी अरवाइन दी जिहड़ी धरती आ हरा हरिया हरिया घाह आ ओहदा लाहा लईए ਸੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੋਲਰ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਪੈ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਕਾਲੀ। ਉਹ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਵੱਧ ਤੋਂ ਵੱਧ ਵਿਕਟਾਂ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਮੈਚ ਮੁਕਾਈਏ ਤੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਹੈ ਉਹਨੂੰ ਇੰਜੋਏ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਵੇ। 6 ਓਵਰਾਂ 'ਚ 50 ਰਨ ਆ, 7.69 ਦਾ ਰਨ ਰੇਟ ਆ। Imran running in. Imran runs in right into the rib cage again, aiming for that rib cage on that ball. So far the fielders have not had much to do except for that one catch, but the keepers in the back behind the V have been very busy, behind the wicket have been very busy. So hopefully they can find a way to cut those runs. Another dot ball. Imran C. Kyahan is facing. Yasin is on the other side. Again, off the edge. And again. The keeper does very well here. Keeper does very well, collects the ball, hits the stumps, and gets the batsman packing. You know, there's a famous saying when somebody gets out on a low score, or especially on a 0, they say, didn't bother the scorekeepers. But in reality, when a batsman gets out, it does bother the goalkeeper. It does bother the scorekeeper, I should say, actually, because that just means they have that much more work to do. We've got our cameraman here who's doing very well. He's working very hard, and he's having to work extra because every time a wicket falls, he has to do all these computer technical things to keep the scores going. Imran C here is ਇੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਬੈਟਸਮੈਨ ਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੀ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੋਇਆ, ਕੈਮਰਾਮੈਨ ਵੀ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆ। ਅਖੀਰਲਾ ਓਵਰ ਆ, last over, 51 runs, 6 ਵਿਕਟਾਂ ਡਿੱਗੀਆਂ। First 2 overs, batsmen were able to scamper through. And where was this batsman all this time? ਵੈਸ ਭਾਈ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਸੀ? ਚੰਪਾ ਛਕਣ 'ਚ ਬਿਜ਼ੀ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਆ। ਆਜ਼ਾਮ ਭਾਜੀ ਆਏ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਓਵਰ 'ਚ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਬਾਲ ਛੱਕਾ ਖਾਧਾ, but there's enough cushion for him to come back and keep the faith of his team. What a comeback. What a comeback. Well collected by the keeper. Something just went down. ਸੋ ਆਜ਼ਮ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਬਾਲ 'ਤੇ ਛੱਕਾ, ਦੂਜੀ ਬਾਲ 'ਤੇ ਵਿਕਟਾਂ। ਇੱਥੇ ਇਹੀ ਚੱਲ ਰਿਹਾ, ਜਾਂ ਤੇ ਵਿਕਟਾਂ ਜਾਂ ਤੇ ਛੱਕੇ ਆ। Azam will be happy with this comeback. I'll take that any day. You get hit for 6 and you come back with a wicket. What other way is there to come back? And again, a dot ball. Azam has come back here very strongly. Yasin is just waiting on the other side to get an opportunity to take a whack at Azam. CCF has done an amazing job, a beautiful job here to put this event together. If there is anything that we need to take out and anything we need to realize about this whole entire event, is that humanity unites, cricket unites. We are all here for the purpose of humanity. Arifullah is doing his well, gives himself some space, gives himself some room, but is unable to connect. तू काली ऐनक ना पाया कर, तू पहले ही बड़ी सोहनी आ। Azam going in, running in hard again. Another dot ball, another dot ball. 57 for 7, 7.4 overs, 2 balls to go in this innings. I think Baltimore will be very, very satisfied with this bowling performance. What a shot. Top edge, but again, Not necessarily a top edge, not exactly a top edge. It was just mistimed. So the bowlers scamper over. 3 fielders converge right on the bottom of the ball, but unable to get there. That is the end of the innings for Warriors. Niki's Restaurants Warriors have done the best they could considering the situation, but Tahir Yasin's Baltimore Rockets have done an incredible job, have done an unbelievable job here to keep the score at what it is, 59 for 7 in an 8-over match. It's to the point here where there is no room for singles and doubles here. All the fielders, they just naturally field on the boundaries, so a higher score is what was needed, but Warriors will have a tough task here to defend 59. But hey, this is why it's called cricket, and this is why it's called entertainment, because it's been done before and it could be done again. So if Warriors are able to keep Baltimore's at a lower run rate than themselves, all it takes 1 or 2 wickets, all it takes is 1 or 2 brilliant fieldings to put the pressure back on. But just not enough could be said about how well Baltimore has bowled here.
So who's doing this morning? Where are they? Batting team always does that. Oh, batting team is doing it. But I can. You wanna know? No, I was just curious. I'm just trying to. There's a link. You can go and you can see like it's like pick and play. Right? 24.
उसामा किधर है भाई उसामा उसामा
So we are back on the Karachi field. Tahir Yasin's Baltimore Rockets versus Niki Restaurants Warriors. Baltimore here have a target of 60 runs. Warriors scampered through and made well done here. It was swinging out just missing the line a little bit, causing it to go wide. But the ball itself, if it was just found on the right line, it was a beautiful, beautiful ball. Those are the ones that need to come in. You bring those in from outside, from fifth stump into the third stump, into the off stump, right into the chest of the batsman. Make it difficult for the batsman. That's exactly what Warriors will need here. But there's an answer to every question. And so far, Baltimore have not left any questions unanswered. Baltimore here started off with a wide to open up their account. And then the batsman says, Fikar na karo, I got you. पहली बॉल ते आजम ने छक्का मारता है right into the block hole, doing well here to rotate the strike, even though he didn't get it out of the middle of the bat. Getting a leg by here. So good comeback here from Niki Restaurants. Warriors. Azam, who also did the last over of the previous innings, did a relatively good job, a very good job, continued the pressure. Completely flummoxed the batsman here. The batsman did well here to protect his wicket, but I think the bowler has done a very good job here. So you got Shakil and Azam. Azam has faced 2 balls, hit 7 runs. Shakil has faced 1, has not opened his account yet. Imran has done very well here to come and put his team in a situation that they will take confidence from. Right into the sky. Let's see if this is taken. And it's dropped. And it's dropped. This is exactly what the bowling team did not want to see happen. But these things do happen. It's very, very hard to see the ball over sky, overcast conditions. The sky is completely white. The ball is completely white. It's very easy to lose the ball in the sky. You look up into the sky and for seconds at a time, you don't even see where the ball is. Straight up into the sky one more time. Fields are getting under it. Puts in a dive, but does not get to the bottom of it. Batsmen here are giving them every opportunity here to capitalize. Batsman अपने ਵੱਲੋਂ पूरी कोशिश कर रहे कि ਸਾਨੂੰ आउट कर दो, पर फील्डर ਕਹਿੰਦੇ नहीं भाई इदा नहीं, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੀ ਮਿਹਨਤ ਕੀਤੀ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਚਿਰ ਦੀ ਫੀਲਡਿੰਗ ਕੀਤੀ ਆ, ਹੁਣ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੀ ਥੋੜੀ ਜਿਹੀ ਬੈਟਿੰਗ ਕਰੋ। ਸੋ ਇੱਥੇ ਕੋਸ਼ਿਸ਼ ਤਾਂ ਪੂਰੀ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ, ਬੈਟਸਮੈਨ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਕਿ ਜਾਂ ਛੱਕਾ ਮਾਰ ਦਈਏ ਜਾਂ ਆਊਟ ਹੋ ਜਾਈਏ, ਪਰ ਫੀਲਡਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਨਹੀਂ ਜੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖੇਡੋ। Azam C back on strike. And a misfield. A misfield goes to 4. Gonna have to wait for umpire signal to see if that came off the bat. Baltimore needs 45 more from 42 balls. Azam C and Shakil are facing the music. Imran is doing his best, being slightly let down by his fielders due to 2 missed catches. You take those 2 catches and the match could be completely switched. It could be completely different. But currently that's not the situation. So Imran has to run in one more time to see if he can outfox the batsman. Done very well here. Let's see what happens with this. The keeper does well to take some pace off the ball, but unable to stop it. Fielder in the back does a good job cleaning up the mess. One more time, straight up into the sky and taken. Keeper looks into the sky, takes off his cap, take a bow. That was a very well done, very good catch in a situation when it was needed. Baltimore Rockets and Warriors, both teams will feel they might still be in this game. Well done by the keeper to keep it going. Imran C is the new batsman in. Iqbal. Do ballan te ek run ya, ek wicket ya. Shakil's on the other side waiting for an opportunity to put this game to bed. Warriors and Baltimore's both are equally eager and excited. Well done here. Unbelievable. There's no chance. It's so far back out that it's time to grab a new ball. Imran C has done well here. Pehli ball de chakka. Forget taking time to get used to it. Imran C can get used to this because there might be more where that came from. Shakil just on the other side. वो कहता मौसम is awesome है. ठंडी ठंडी cool हवा चल रही है. Let's just enjoy the view. Imran swings again. Doesn't land on a fielder. Fielder does very well, very well here. Awkward bounce, but recovers, assesses the ball's bounce and spin. Shakil again, an edge. Let's see where this goes. Bounces and right into the boundary. The outside edge. This is the beauty of the outside edge. Nobody wants to see it, but the batsman is always happy to see the result if it goes in their favor. Baltimore 27 for 1, 1.5 overs. 37 balls. They only 33 runs. They have 33 runs to go. Iqbal here has done a decent job here, but the edges have not fallen where they would want in the catch drops. The drop catches never help either. Well done here. And again, the top edge to the fielder behind the wicketkeeper. They've positioned them there specifically for that reason. When you consider the bounce in this pitch and in the grass and in the field itself, you need to have a backup for the keeper, just like Warriors have done. दो ओवर 28 रन एक विकेट के नुकसान ते 36 बॉलों ते 32 रन चाहिए आ. Shakil facing the music and a full toss ball right into the thigh. Does well. A pull shot into the ground and gets off the strike. At this time of the situation, in this match situation, they'll take that any day. They can play tip and single doubles here all day long and still make it to where they need to go. But Warriors will hope there's another twist in the story. What a ball. Very well done here. On a bye. The wicketkeeper misses. And on a bye, Imran gets to the other side. Shakil is back on strike. Imran has done very well here to keep the score ticking. The required rate is 5.29. And the current run rate is 12.86. Imran is running in. And a very beautifully bowled dot ball. Kept a little bit lower than all the other balls I've kept so far. So you can see how the pitch is completely dependent. The pitch is playing to the bowler's advantage here because the trajectory is completely changing from the sling arm style. Off the leg, plays it into the ground, just puts his bat where it needs to be in order to keep the ball running along the ground. Takes a single, gets off the strike, keep the score ticking. This is exactly what Baltimore will be looking to do. Imran has done well here considering this format of the game. But it is unfortunate sometimes when the score is just not there to defend. There was just not enough runs on the board in order to keep these ballers in the hunt. You've got 1.5, 20 runs given in 11 balls, which should be on a good day enough. Here you've got a beautifully played shot right along the ground. And Imran gets a 4 for his team. 5 balls te 14 run banaye Imran ne. This is the same batsman that came in and hit a 6 on the first ball. So he's come in with a purpose. He's come in with full intent.
Right. Down. Too bright. Down. No. Bright. Exposure down. You need help? Help? Sorry.
Iqbal has come back here for a second over. He's been trusted with this big ask of defending a score that is considerably below par. Shakil is on strike. Imran is on the other side, facing and waiting. Well done. Good ball. Well balled into the legs, not giving any room, not giving any space at all. Iqbal here trying to keep his team in the hunt. A couple of wickets here, and the match can go in any direction. हजे कुछ भी हो सकता है भावें रन थोड़े रह गए आ. But in the game of cricket, you never know. There's never the answer to the question, who's winning. There's never, that question is never answerable until the game is over, until the match is over. जिन्ना चਿਰ मैच चल रहा है कोई भी अपना पलड़ा भारी करके मैच जीत सकता है. But at the moment, it is safe to say that the batting team is doing well to stay on top of the game. They have not let this low target bog them down. They have not allowed the target to allow them to just defend. They've come out here with the full intent of playing their normal, natural game. And sometimes that's what it takes. When you get a low target, sometimes you start defending too much. You start thinking too much that, oh, I can keep it to the last over and we'll still win. But all you're doing when you do that is feeding the ego of the bowling department. But Shakil doesn't want any of that today. Shakil wants nothing to do with defending today. All he wants to do is see the ball and hit the ball. Shakil hits a 6 and says, I'm done. Ball ho gaya. I need to go relax. So he's called up for a batsman to come in, get an opportunity to play. Imran Si on the other end. 7 balls te 16 run. Ye bhi wahi kha ke aaya. They've had the same meal plan this morning. First ball 6. We need to find out what Baltimore is eating. There must be something in the water of Baltimore that's allowing them to perform this way. Being from New Jersey myself, Baltimore's not that far. I might have to take a trip to Baltimore next time to find out what is in the water of Baltimore that's keeping these guys going. A target of 60 is going to be chased here in a considerably short amount of time. Shakil and Imran, they've done everything they could to put their team in a winning position here. And a beautiful, beautiful cover drive. Fila does his best to cut off the angle, but it was just too fast, hit way too hard to make any kind of impact in the fielding. It was just too much to do for the fielder. Chauka maar ke Furman da hoya te swagat. Furman has done. The ball itself wasn't bad. It was just a really good shot from Imran here. Played the ball on the up, one bounce over the boundary. Contemplated whether or not to stop it because it was a wide ball, but the match here is over. 4.2 overs ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ Baltimore have beaten Warriors. They've done a very good job here. First, they did an amazing bowling, then followed up by beautiful batting to keep the pressure on the Warriors the entire game. So Yasir Tahin's Baltimore Rockets won by 9 wickets, 4.2 over the ਵਿੱਚ. They have completed this match.